Hey, welcome back to Dan's Miscellaneous Ramblings, episode 220. This episode, it's going to be a bit of a special one. And by a bit of a special one, I mean all of my podcast episodes are special because, they're made by me. And we all share in this experience together. All right, you're not buying it? Neither am I. Today, we're talking about baseball caps. Nothing super fancy or anything, but we have to have these little simpler episodes so that we appreciate the finer things in life, Well, baseball cap, it's a type of hat, as you probably know. You've probably worn a baseball cap. I can't think of anyone in my life who hasn't at some point worn a baseball cap. And it's just a cap with a little brim poking out the front. Usually it's got a sports team logo on it, or some sort of marketing, some sort of marketing technique like a company on it. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's got a design, or sometimes just plain, because things are plain. This is going great. I'm a good podcaster. I'm good at this. They sometimes have elastic in the back, a plastic prong and a hole thing that you can click in, a Velcro, a zipper, or what's known as a tri-glide slide, which is the name of that. That one weird buckle that you have it's also called a webbing slide. That it's like the little belt design where it has the little buckle and you pull it through. Here, I'm just gonna put a picture of it in the Discord because I can do that. Hey, and speaking of the Discord, you can join the Discord by clicking the link in the description. That's pretty cool. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm doing a poor job of explaining it, but it's there now. And okay, let's go. Oh no, I just clicked away from my Wikipedia article. How could I do this? All right, let's try this again. And all of those things make it so it can be quickly adjusted to fit different people's heads, so they don't have to make a whole bunch of different sizes of it. The baseball cap is part of the traditional baseball uniform, and the brim points forward to shield the eyes from the sun. But since the 1980s, there's been different varieties prevalent in the US and many other nations, both for utilitarian purposes, like protecting the eyes from the sun, and for fashion accessory purposes. So, yes, baseball cap. It was invented in 1860. The Brooklyn Excelsiors. Whoa. That was an amateur baseball team found in Brooklyn, New York, formed in 1854. That's cool. Wore the ancestor of the modern round-top baseball cap, which featured a long peak and a button on the top. And by 1900, the Brooklyn-style cap became popular. During the 40s, though, a latex rubber became the stiffening material inside the hat, and the modern baseball cap was born. The peak, known as the bill or brim sometimes, was designed to protect the player's eyes from the sun. Typically, the peak was much shorter than the earlier days of the baseball hat. As the hat became more structured versus the overall floppy cap of the 19th and early 20th centuries, that didn't say as. Well, that made me kind of look like a fool. The baseball cap was and still is an important means by which to identify a team. Often a logo, mascot, or initial was placed on the cap, and it was usually fashioned in the official colors of a particular team. The basic shape, including the curved peak, is similar to some styles of the 19th century sunbonnets. So that's cool. I've never seen a sunbonnet. What's a sunbonnet? Oh, it's a bonnet. Why didn't I think of that as a bonnet? No, it's a bonnet that goes over the head. Okay, you know what? I'm tired. I use tired as an excuse a lot, but it's a really easy excuse to use, so I'm okay with that. Fitted baseball caps without an adjuster are normally sewn in 6 sections, and may be topped with a fabric-covered button at the top. That's called a squatchy on the crown. Metal grommets, or fabric eyelets, okay, these things aren't words, are often sewn or attached near the top of each of the 6 sections to provide ventilation. In some cases, the rear sections of the crown are made of a net-like mesh material for extra ventilation. The peak is typically stiffened by a sewn-in piece of paperboard or stiff plastic. However, there's some variations of it. Woo! Do I have a woo sound? Like the ooh? I got this? Nope, that's wrong. Nope. I've got this might. Woo!
Uh-oh.
Nope, that's definitely wrong. Woo! You know what? Sure, we'll stick with that one. That's better than the other two. Yeah. Okay. So there's lots of different variations of the baseball cap. Major and minor league baseball players wear classic style caps made of wool or more recently polyester with their team's simple colors and logo. It's usually embroidered into the fabric. And there's also brands that are using the uncommon materials for snapback hats, as for example, some people use wood brims apparently. Formerly, they came in only standard hat sizes, but there is a one-size-fits-all form since the 70s that have an adjustment strap in the back. This style, called the snapback, has become increasingly popular as a fashion accessory. Advances in textiles have led to the stretch fit hat, which uses lycra, or rubber, to allow a hat to have a fitted style while still being adjustable within sizes. The front may be soft or may be stiffened by buckram. Buckram is a stiff cotton cloth with a loose weave, often muslin, Muslin. The fabric is soaked by a sizing agent such as wheat starch paste, glue, or pyroxylin, then dried. It's apparently can be shaped to create durable, firm fabric covers for books and hats and stuff. Another version of the baseball cap uses a plastic mesh and a foam front. That's sometimes called a trucker cap or a gimme cap because it's often given away for free as a promotional item. Dad hats are unstructured caps with a low profile, curved brim, and stripe on the back. There are 4 major types of baseball cap. Let's get into this. A snapback hat with a flat brim, high profile, and it's adjustable. That has a snap closure in the rear. Sure. The adjustable hat, which has a Velcro closure or buckled strap in the rear, that's unstructured with a low profile, a curved brim. It's also adjustable though. The flex fit hat, which has a flat or curved brim, a structured cap, and a high profile used, and it's adjustable because it's just elastic, so like it can just sort of fit over your head. And a fitted hat has a curved or flat brim, and is a what's called structured cap with a high profile that isn't adjustable because it's fitted. You see, that's how that works. I'm looking at some of these pictures, and the ones with flat brims are really dumb looking. I'm gonna be honest. The curved rims look so much better. Sorry to disappoint there. Beginning in the 2014 athletic season, MLB pitchers are permitted to wear a special reinforced cap to protect their heads from line drives. The athletes in other sports wear caps as sideline caps. Both types are also sold as authentic team merchandise in retail stores. They may have a maker's logo like Reebok, Nike, or Carhartt. Never heard of Carhartt, but it's apparently an apparel company. These hats are often made of brushed cotton. Golfers tend to prefer the sports visor form, which doesn't cover the head but keeps the sun out of their eyes. And women traditionally also have worn visors casually, but a trend in certain youth subcultures have been seen an increase in feminine use of full caps. Here's my personal opinion on all that. Just wear whatever hat you want. I don't think that we have to gender them. Like, if you want to wear a baseball hat, wear a baseball hat. If you want to wear a visor, wear a visor. If you want to wear, I don't know, giant floppy sun hat, I mean, that's probably really good for keeping the sun out of your face. Do it. You want to wear, I don't know, a jester's hat? Well, you're already looking like a clown, so that's not too much of a change. Oh, got him. Got him. Okay, anyway. Insulting all my listeners. What's up? There's also some professional use for them. The armed forces use baseball caps as part of their full uniforms, including the Navy and the Coast Guard. Mostly used with utility uniform and coveralls, it usually has a command logo on the front to denote command affiliation. They're worn sometimes of a particular color to denote a specific function or particular job. Like the submarine force wears red baseball caps by drill monitors, who facilitate and critique members of the boat's crew during drills. As well as parachute riggers use red baseball caps as well, and parachute instructors wear black baseball caps as part of their uniform. The civilian auxiliary of the Air Force wears squadron distinctive baseball caps as part of their headgear or cover for their battle dress uniform. They typically display squadron colors, squadron number, or a squadron patch. Although the BDUs have their own cover, a patrol cap in M81 Woodland, which is, I believe, that's the name of the Woodland camo. You know, that classic camouflage with the greens and the browns that are like look really interesting, I guess. Some squadrons have opted for more distinctive covers instead of that. The police also use them, but so that's cool. Like the Finnish police have a baseball cap, which is considered an official identification device and cannot be worn or even displayed by civilians, and has mostly replaced the traditional side cap. Which is, wow, the side cap is like the one that can be folded flat when not worn. It's the one that like sort of sticks up like the sailor hat. They look kind of dumb. I try and be accepting of all types of hats, but I gotta call it out when it looks kind of dumb, in my personal opinion. Private security companies also use baseball caps as a cheap, practical piece of uniform headgear. So let's see. There's also a See Also section of the baseball clothing and equipment, beanies, cricket caps, whatever. But those aren't baseball hats, so why would I do that? So you're probably wondering why I actually decided to make this episode. And okay. So if the date currently is August 11th, 2021. If that is the day it is, and I don't think that my boyfriend's going to listen to this episode right now, but you know what? I'm doing a little bit of a dangerous thing, and I'm going to reveal something I'm giving to him tomorrow. So if he happens to be listening to this, I'm just going to hope in good faith that he just sort of doesn't. But he's very busy with some college stuff right now, so I don't think it's going to happen. And that's okay. Basically, I commissioned a friend to make a baseball cap. I brought in a baseball cap, and she is sewing a little patch thing on there of a deer with a pride flag on it. And I really think that I think he's gonna like it because he loves deer. He absolutely loves deer, and I don't know. It makes me happy to think about, and I'm glad I came up with the idea. And I'm looking forward to giving it to him tomorrow, especially because tomorrow's gonna be like the last time I get to see him before college. And he is kind of going far away for college, so we'll see. Hopefully, I can get him to call into an episode or two. That would be very cool. But if I can't, it'll be okay. Let's see. What else do I know about? I got quite a few baseball caps at home. I've got one from the botanical garden that's about an hour away from my house. I really love the botanical gardens, dude. Like the flowers and all the trees and all the nature. It's glorious. I love walking through nature so much. It makes everything just smells so clean and just it's beautiful. You can see lots of fun bugs around. Wasps and stuff never bothered me. So actually, they used to bother me a little bit, but they don't bother me anymore. As long as they're not like stinging me. Like I don't let them. I try not to let them land on me if they're like a wasp or something. But you know that's kind of more common sense than anything else. I actually managed to pet a bumblebee one time. I was out. I just saw one chilling on a flower. I just leaned down and started to pet it, and the bumblebee I can't tell if it really reacted, but then just sort of I let go. I didn't let go. I only just sort of brushed its back, but I got up. I started walking away, and it waited a couple seconds, then flew away. You can pet bumblebees as long as you're careful. All right. I think it's about time for the song that's been in my mind all episode. Don't you? Well, today's song that's been in my mind all episode. I mean, there's been a couple songs that have been kind of going through my mind, but I'm going to go with I think Violet by the Bad Sons, because I was listening to that. I literally just played it for my mom earlier. All I want, all I need is you, your violet disposition, my unsound intuition. All I want. It's good. It's good. I like it a lot. All right. That's going to about do it for this episode, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will catch you all in the next episode. No, I said episode twice. That's weird. All right. Anyway, yeah. See you later. Goodbye.